What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of Starving Artists. Today we have XION90K? Question
Yes,
mark.
sir. XION90K.
What is up,
How are you, bro?
dude? I'm fucking decent. How are
I'm
you,
chilling as well.
dude? The fit is crazy.
Got the Supreme, the glasses, bro. I was like, I'm gonna put something on for this interview, but I was just like, I gotta stay comfortable, so I'm in the PJs with it.
Something
uh,
casual.
hell yeah, gotta be comfortable.
Facts.
That's part of the creative process for me. Is like, well, if I'm going to the studio, like, cause I go to the studio, with my friends, like, oh, I'm dressing up. I gotta like feel luxurious to record and stuff. But if I'm at the crib recording, like right over there. Man, I could roll out of bed in the morning and just start recording. Like, I don't care. You know what I mean? It's all about being comfortable, you
That's
know?
facts.
Yeah.
Um, when did your most recent project, I guess? When did you drop that?
Recent project was on January 22nd. Dropped that little 19-piece album. Do you wanna know the backstory about the release dates?
I do want to know the
All
backstory.
right. All right. So I've had to issue out like many apologies to like my fans and all that. So originally, back in like September, like when school started, I was like, all right, I'm gonna make an album. I had like 2 songs like in the vault. I was like, I'm gonna make an album and I'm gonna drop it. Um, I'm gonna drop it in September. So I made like 2 songs. I was like, I'm gonna drop it at the end of September. I made 2 songs. The homie Caps Lock, he mixed them and we were talking at the time. He was like, oh well, I'm dropping my album at the end of October. So let's like not drop ours near the same time. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it in the end of September, beginning of October. Well, by then I had only done like 3 songs. And the album now, only one of those 3 songs is even on it then. So then I was like, all right, well then we'll shoot for like the end of November. And then a bunch of my friends were like, some like music friends were like, oh, you should only do like 3 to 4, maybe 5 songs because you're a small artist. Like big albums don't work. I was like, true. So that whole week I was like trying to get like 4 songs and I wasn't satisfied with it. And then I started grinding a bunch more and I was like, I'm gonna drop it on Christmas Eve. That didn't work. Didn't get the cover art in time. It's right here. It's an actual like painting. My friend
Damn.
painted it for me. We didn't get that in time. But then on I think the day after Christmas, we finally finished up the painting and we were like, let's do it the day after New Year's Day. Then so I distributed it, right? The whole album. I sat at my desk for like an hour or 2, like putting in all the information, like putting all the tracks in, all the titles, making sure all the splits were right. And then I get an email from my distributor like 4 days later. I had already made like official announcements. I get an email like, oh, your release date is cutting it too close. So they didn't even say like, oh, would you like to fix the release date? They just wiped it off. So I had to redo the process. And I was like, I'm just gonna pick a Friday night into like Saturday type of deal. So I chose the 22nd because I was like, at least that was like 3 weeks for them to get it all. I was like, there better not be any more delays. So yeah. So but I finally got it out and I think it paid off. I think I dropped it at the right time because
That's
it did really,
crazy.
yeah, it did well for me.
So what made you you said your friends were telling you like don't do a massive album and then you
Yeah,
dropped a fucking massive album.
yeah.
Like
What
what
made
what
me do
made
that?
you change your mind?
Dude, the the way it looks when I'm on like SoundCloud or Spotify, just like you have to like if I drop like a 3 or 4 one, it's still like you see the 3 or 4 tracks, but the fact that I have to scroll to get to the bottom, like there's just 19 tracks, and it's like if I dropped a 3 or 4, like maybe some people might only like 1 out of the 4 songs on there, but if I drop a 19, like that gives me more, like, that's more content for people to like. So people will find more songs that they like on there. I actually found that it was beneficial for me to drop like a bigger project. I think people consumed it a lot better, and I think it also um with dropping a bigger project, it was more hype for a lot of my fans. Like instead of just being like, oh, this is a little EP, it was like this is an album like that I've been working on for so long. And I had already been teasing it for a couple months. So I was like, I can't just like hype up this big album and only put like less than 10 tracks on there. So I really had to go off, you know.
Very
That was
sick.
the idea behind it. Yeah.
Do you have a I don't know, maybe pick like 4 or 5 songs off the album that you want to like go through, like how you came up with them,
Oh
like the
yeah,
writing
absolutely.
process? I have one request for this. I
Okay.
was, I was just listening to your album in the shower before we started this, bro, and fucking In Vain came on, and I was like,
Oh, In Vain?
yes, bro. I was like, this shit's crazy.
I was
This
gonna
shit is
talk about In
crazy.
Vain first. Okay, so I would say last April, me and my friend Sadiq, he goes by Sopukuru. You can find him. We did a song Sword together too. He we lived in the same town. We didn't talk much before, but I invited him over. You know, we did a little studio session, and I pulled up that beat because I had found it in school, and I was like, bro, I was like, we're both really into that like ethereal sound. I was like, bro, like listen to this, and I just tap play, and we were like, so we recorded in vain the first one, right? And I didn't know how to mix well back then, so I mixed it by myself on like GarageBand, and it didn't sound good, so we scrapped that. And then like a week later, I was like, I'm gonna try it again. I did it, scrapped it, didn't like it. Third time, scrapped it, didn't like it. Like over the course of the summer, and then in September, I was like, dude, this beat is so good, and I'm not letting it go to waste. So I recorded the like the the version of In Vain that's on the album. That was like the fourth time I attempted the beat, which is the most I've ever like given chances to a beat, and I recorded that, and I was like, yes, yes. So that was the first song technically that I ever made off the album, even though it's like track 13, 14, maybe 15. Um, and then I had been playing around with the mix and and like the master for a while for that. But that one definitely holds like the biggest place in my heart because it's like that is top 3 beats I've ever heard in my life. Like from like not I'm not talking about like songs from other artists, like beats that I've ever found, and then like just that it was like the first one. It really kickstarted the album. You know what I mean? Despite its placement, but yeah,
It
I'm
goes
glad you
fucking
like that one.
crazy, crazy.
Thank you, bro. Do you like the beat switch? You like the beat switch at the end where I was like, oh yeah. Um that no, yeah, I love that one. And I'm glad because you're one of like a couple people who've hit me up and been like, yo, In Vain, what is this? Because I originally didn't want to give that one a chance because I just thought it was lazy or it wasn't a good song. I liked it, but I was afraid how other people would have liked it. But I'm glad I put it on there. I doubt myself too much, but I'm glad I
Sometimes like when like something comes easy like that, like artistically, like you feel like it should have been like a grind or something to make something that's fucking like actually good, but
yeah,
it's just like straight from you, like no second guessing or anything. So sick.
right. Yeah. You want me to go in like depth about like a couple other tracks too? Um, Shoot. Awoken with Slida. That's definitely a big fan favorite. Like that's a lot of people's favorite on there. One of my favorites. I had Slida on Snapchat for a while. No clue he lived anywhere near me. No, like he lives in New Jersey. I'm from Philly, and my friend Tate, who like has his own studio, we kind of like I recorded with Tate a couple times before that. But then one day I went to Tate's house and Slida was there, and I was like, oh shoot. I was like, you've been showing mad love on Snapchat. Like, I appreciate you. I didn't even know he made music or anything. And we like dabbed each other up. We like met each other officially. And he was like, oh, go do your thing and stuff. He was kind of chilling. And I put on the beat for Awoken, that song. I recorded my verse. And then I was like, bro, you should hop on it. And within 30 minutes of me touching down in the studio and meeting him that day, we made that whole song, and that's definitely the quickest I've ever made a song. That's that hey, that's that good. You know what I mean? It was just, and we played it in the studio with like the huge bass speakers on, and everyone that was up there. We had a bunch of people. We were just going crazy. I have a snippet on my Instagram of like the first time we ever played it back over the speakers, and like people, yeah, we were all just moshing. It was such a crazy experience, like that feeling. You know what I mean? It was like my first time ever making a song like with somebody else in the studio kind of with me. Actually, one of the first times. Yeah, it was a fun experience.
Very sick.
Yeah, man. Uh let me talk about one more cuz I don't know how many stand out. Let me actually like pull up the album on my phone cuz I want to see like which one I really want to talk about. I have it right here. All right. Uh, hmm. Oh, I'll talk about Mannequin with Caps Lock. That song had already been released before. I put it on the album though. It's one of my most streamed songs on like SoundCloud and Spotify. Um, I'll talk about like first like how I met Caps. Basically, I found one of his TikToks like last June, and he was talking about who should I feature on this song or whatever. And I was like fiending for like recognition. Like well, not fiending for recognition, but I really just wanted to like put myself out there. So I went and DM'd him. I was like, bro, let me hop on the song. Like, here's some of my music. And he like didn't answer. Um, and then he went Instagram live like later that night, and I joined it, and I requested to join, and he was like, "Oh, bro, I recognize you." I was like, "Huh?" He's like, "Yeah, I know you." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, we chopped it up for like 5 minutes, and I played him that song, and then he told me to like send it to him, and like I don't, it was fun as hell. Like we made that, and I dropped it, and when I dropped it, Baby Santana reposted it, and it just started going crazy from there. So that was definitely like a really crazy experience with that song. Um, it got a lot of recognition. It really helped like kickstart like the kind of like little fan base that I have now. So I have much love for Caps and like and that song in general.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. That's like those are like three of like the biggest moments from this album, I would say.
What's your writing process look like?
Um So like if I'm just like hanging out in my room, like if I'm like playing beats, and I'll usually like if I find a beat and I have like a specific like hook or chorus I have in my head, like I'll type that up on my phone on Google Docs. Um and and then like I'll put it into like FL if I decide like, hey, I really like this beat. Sometimes I won't even write, like I'll put on a beat and I'll press record on like my phone, and I'll start like humming or like kind of like low key freestyling. Like I'm not saying I'm sitting there like spitting bars, but I'll just be kind of like trying to catch a flow with it. And then if I catch a flow, then I download the beat and I put it in and I record. And then sometimes I download a beat that I like and I punch in, which is just like I'll do one bar at a time, like just going through that shit. I have a couple songs like that. And then sometimes like yeah, it'll just be like low key freestyle stuff, but some like I haven't really written a song in a long time. Like I really just punch in. Like I never really like have a beat in a song and then I go record the whole song. It's just all random. You know what I mean? Like let me show you like my Google Docs. These are just filled with a whole bunch of like demo. Like I found a beat on YouTube. Let me like write some songs. Like I have so many from like the past couple years. They'll just keep loading. Like little. These are all like song related.
God damn.
Yeah, bro.
He's got tracks.
I really do. It should like and just for proof like that these are all songs. Like let me just click on a random one. I got a bag now, get to the cash now. Like bro, like I was really writing songs. Like those
Talk
are
to him
all
nice. Talk to him nice.
bro, that's what I'm talking about. Like those are all songs. People who are like but like all some of those don't even have beats to them. Like sometimes I'll just like catch some bars in my head while I'm out and I'll be like yo, that's how my mom is all the time. Like we'll be in the car and we'll be in the middle, like me and my mom will just be in a conversation. I'm like, hold on, mom, I gotta write something down. And she'll be like, what do you mean? I'm like I got thought of some bars, like I gotta write them down real quick. And so I'll just be randomly out like in public, and I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. Like in my head, I'll be hyping myself up. I'm like, yo, you're spitting in my head, and I just start writing them down. Like I gotta save those for later, put them in a song. And like I'm not even kidding. Like some of the songs on the album have like maybe four, like maybe 8 bars in there that were just like me randomly walking around one day, and I was just like, oh shit, I gotta write this down because I just thought of something crazy. So like yeah, some random bars I think of sometimes, but some of them are just like I'll be sitting with with my headphones on, like kind of like planning out what I want to say.
All right,
Damn,
let's get into a poo cup question.
hell yeah, bro. Pick out a random question for me. I'm ready.
If you were a soup, what kind of soup would you be?
Damn. Yo, if I was a soup, what kind of soup would I be?
This one's tough.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm gonna go with like I'm gonna go with like a tomato soup with basil, like fresh basil in it, because like you can't really go wrong with that. Like it's nothing too fancy, but it's nothing too like, you know what I mean? Like It's something you can have as a side. It's something you can have as a dish. So I'll choose that one.
It's a
Tomato
classy
soup.
choice.
A classic choice. Yeah. Maybe I'm biased because I eat tomato soup. That's like the only. Bro,
I
what?
thought you were
Oh
about to be like nochi.
no, bro. I'm switching it up.
Come
That or
on
chicken.
now.
That or chicken noodle, because that
Bro,
hit.
I had a feeling chicken noodle too. I was like, he's about to say fucking chicken noodle soup. Don't say
Chick.
fucking chicken noodle soup.
I could say ramen because everybody says, bro. When I had like, I just recently cut my hair because I had dreadlocks, but I had like really long, like coily hair, and people ever since elementary school they've been calling me like ramen head, like, oh, your hair looks like ramen noodles. So I could say ramen. Is that a soup?
You know, I'll put it in the soup category for this
All right,
occasion.
all right. Don't hate on me, but I'm gonna say ramen is like low key a soup. So I'm gonna pick ramen. I'm ramen, bro.
It's okay a soup.
Yeah, it's low key a soup. I'm the chicken ramen. It depends how much of the broth you put in the bowl with the noodles.
We have another food question.
Put it on there,
What would you choose for your last meal?
bro. All right, last meal. Shit, I don't want to like. All right, last meal, bro. Fish and chips.
Interesting choice.
Fish and chips, bro. Beer battered fish, cod fish fillet, bro. Fresh lemon wedge on the side. The fries hot and crispy, and a diet coke.
That's tough. The Diet Coke is questionable, but the rest of that is tough.
Diet coke like a gentleman. Shout out Meals by Coos, bro. Eat like a gentleman.
Diet
Um,
Coke like a gentleman?
yeah, diet only, bro. Only gentlemen like Diet Coke. Only gentlemen drink Diet Coke. Diet Coke is for gentlemen. I'm a gentleman.
He's a gentleman.
All
What else we got?
right, let's see. It's gonna be food related because I'm fat. I love food.
If you could speak to one kind of animal, what kind of animal would it be?
Ooh. All right, can it be a like an animal from like a cartoon, or does it have to be like an animal that I could just go outside and find?
Uh,
I'll give you both. If I
yeah,
could talk,
both.
all right, if I could talk to animals in like a cartoon world, I'd definitely be talking to like Pokemon characters and stuff. I think
Hell yeah.
like every like there was such a divide between like the actual like humans in Pokemon and the characters. I think it'd be cool if like you could talk to the Pokemon and like, but a real animal outside, I'm gonna pick like an exotic character or like not a character, like an animal. Bro, um, an animal I could talk to.
I definitely would have to go like a dog or something like, or like a
Yeah,
cat.
I was gonna say like no, I'm gonna pick dog because like my dogs downstairs, they're funny as hell. Like they're always misbehaving. I just want to see what goes on in their head. Like I'd like to talk to them and be like, why'd you chew up my like I have so many stuffed animals, bro. Like why'd you chew up my stuffed animal? Like why'd you do that? I need to hear the thought process. I would say dogs, yeah. Dogs are like cats, maybe. Because cats are so chill. Like they're just, I want to see what they talk about. Like they're
Right?
definitely wise as hell.
All right. Tell me about this cover art.
Beauty.
I
All
think
right.
it's so sick that it's like a physical like painting. Like I feel like most people are doing like main like digital shit now. This is badass.
Almost took an L. Yeah, so let me give you the God, I just took two L's. I dropped my phone. Let me give you the rundown. So I like what you just said. I told my friend Rob Johnson, I was like, dude, there's so many people who have these still best cover arts, but there's missing the element of like realism. You know what I mean? Like there needs to be more. Like I really have an eye and appreciation for like hand drawn cover arts or like actual paintings. And I'd met him before. He's local. He lives like a town over, and I was like, oh, would you want to like do something for me? He was like, yeah. Like this was completely like non-paid, like just like on some real like down to earth, like, yeah, I'd love to put your ideas on a canvas. So I sent him a sketch. It was originally I wanted it to be like an ice theme like thing. So I sent him a picture of like a dark character with horns, like sitting down in a chair with like a blue like space background. And I sent him that, and he sketched it up. And I was like, but I instead of like just having a dark face, like the cloaked person, I want it to be like my actual face. So I don't know if you can see it. It might be grainy, but back when I had like my blue dreadlocks like a month ago,
Oh,
he actually like made it with my face, and I sat there in the studio, and he was like, oh, bro, he's such a talented artist, bro. I was telling him he needs to start like doing commissions and stuff. He he'd be like, sit like this, stand like this, sit like this, and he would do like all these rough sketches real quick, and he'd be like, all right, sit like this, and he would draw up a sketch in like 20 seconds, and he would show it to me, and I was like, it would
What?
take 2 hours to do that. So then when he put it on paint, it was crazy. uh I don't know if you can see like some of the details in the, man, it might be too dark, but some of the details in the castle are crazy. We talked about like wanting to put like little orbs in the hand. Those were like the auras, because the album's called After Auras. And then the Murakami Moon or whatever. Murakami is like definitely like one of my favorite. Takashi Murakami is one of my favorite like designers and artists. So I was like, and I have a bunch of them, and I was like, I really want to like incorporate that because they're beautiful. Like I love that art and like everything that Murakami does. So I was like, I want to incorporate it in the art with the colors, with the color palette. So we did that. Um, we had talks about doing other things. Like I think we talked about putting like a ice throne behind me, but we just wanted to keep it simple so that it didn't take away from like the details of the actual character. But it was super fun. Like we live streamed him painting it on Twitch.
What? That's
That.
so sick.
Yeah, we actually, before the album dropped, like during like winter break, we around like Christmas time, we like live streamed like a little listening party for the album. We just played all 19 tracks, and we had like a couple like a bunch of viewers in there. Like I think we had, at one point we maybe had like upwards of like 10. Like it wasn't like a lot. It was like 10 people tuning in, but it was cool. I mean, we did like he worked on that for easily over 30 hours, and then he did it for like another like 5 hours on stream too. So he's really dedicated.
What the fuck?
And then I ended up buying like the actual like piece of him in the end. I just like I bought the canvas. He did the work for free, but he was like, dude, if you want the physical copy, like just you can buy it. And I was like, I'll definitely do that because I want to keep it. And then like I wanted to support him too. Like there was no way I was gonna let man walk away with no money for all that work and like his like willingness to like work with me and my ideas. Like he's really down to earth for that. So yeah, that's the story behind the cover art.
That's so sick. Is he on social media at all?
Yeah, his name's Rob Johnson. I can we can plug his at will be in the description of the video. Can we say that?
Yeah, definitely getting plugged.
Yeah, so if you guys ever need cover arts, anything like that, he does charge, but it's really nothing. It's not like really unreasonable, especially for his artistic abilities. Like, yeah, so his social media will be in the description. Definitely hit him up. Super nice guy too. Yeah.
T- Tell me about your like, I don't want to say branding, but like, I feel like you're kind of specific with your aesthetic,
Yeah.
and like you can even hear it like in your music. So kind of talk to me about that. Like when I
Um,
first heard you, I was like, bro, I'm getting like fucking like Tracy vibes. Like not like comparing you to Tracy, but like some fucking young bra ass shit. You know what I'm saying?
really? Which song? Which song specifically?
I wish I had a song like offhand, but
Uh,
I was just listening. I was like, bro, Tracy.
I understand. Is it the voice or is it like the flow? Is it like the lyrics? Is it the
I
like
think it's maybe like your voice and then like maybe like song structure.
fell? Um, yeah. Wait, sorry. You asked me what again?
Like tell me about your
Like my
how
aesthetic?
yeah, yeah.
I definitely like to base myself around like I like being like I like putting myself out there. So like a lot of colors and stuff, a lot of cartoon references, a lot of cartoon imagery. Like you see a lot of like I'm like I keep bringing it up, bro. But you see the Murakamis everywhere. You'll see the Hello Kitties, bro. I got this hoodie from this brand of Future Memory. It's got this like galaxy. Like I just love like colors and like the outfits I put on. I like that they stand out and are flashy and stuff. In the music too, I never really use any like dark beats, you know what I mean? Like it's always like this kind of like it could be a like it could be some goofy beat or it could be some like just like things that bring the like kind of high spirits, and then in my lyrics I like to just bring energy and stuff like that. And it's cool because like I can bring energy on a song that's like really hype, or I could bring energy on a song that's low key but still just have that like sound in my voice, you know? I think that's a cool thing. I mean, if you ever check out my like discography, like all my songs, like there's no two that are the same. Like I use so many different beats, like and I'm not afraid to admit that I definitely do get like really inspired. Like if I'm listening to an artist, like let's say I'm listening to Lil Uzi for like a week. Like I go through little phases. I'm like, man, I really want to make something like this. I want to take like this style beat, but I want to turn that into my own. You know what I mean? I don't want to copy it exactly. Um, so stuff like that, I'll be listening to certain artists and I'm like, I want to take this elements, but also create it, make it like take an element of my music that I usually do and put that together and see what I can make. So a lot of my tracks are definitely like that, like really inspired, but not, I wouldn't say they're like biting the style of the other artists. Like I'm not afraid to admit like, oh yeah, the inspiration behind this track was this song by this like specific artist, you know? So you'll find that a lot in my music. And what else? Anything you found in specific that like kind of like carries over from track to track, or like anything that stands out about me? I'm curious because I don't know what from an outside point of view, because I haven't really asked any people at all.
I think you make like, I don't know what it's called. It's like some fucking like something in English class, but it's like in vain, like you're like blah 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 reefer, something like I'm a stealer, like using like or as. Like what the fuck are those called?
Oh, a simile maybe? No, simile's like without like or as. A metaphor?
Something like that. Like you use
We
those a lot, I noticed, and like they're not like they're fi. Like this is the lyric I wanted to pull up.
Please, yeah, pull it up. Oh
I
yeah, because
got
I'll be like, I got the medal like a Steeler. Like some people, yeah, like I'll be like, I got like, wait, what I said, bitch, I keep that medal tucked. Like I play for the Steelers, cause like medal, but the Steelers, like I play, like I don't, steel medal. Yeah, I do a lot of references like that. Well, pull up your lyric. I'll decode it.
I got provolone. I got various types of cheeses. I was like, God damn.
Okay, so is that the full bar? Okay, I was like, oh yeah, I got provolone. I got various types of cheese. Mozzarella. Oh, okay, okay. I said I got provolone. I got various types of cheese. Mozzarella. My pants, Celine. So, so, so basically, like cheese, money, right? But like, you know how you can have different kinds of money. You got that hustling money. You got that music money. You got that music money. You got that feature money. You got that spending money. You got whatever. So you got various types of that cheese, you know what I mean? So I was like, I got provolone. Matter of fact, I got various types of cheese. And I was proving that by saying I got mozzarella on my pants, but they're Celine. So like the mozzarella is like more like that designer. The provolone is like what I spend on like, hmm. Provolone is like what I spend on like jewelry. So I was, you know what I mean? So like there's different types of cheese for different things. So provolone, various types of cheese, mozzarella, my pants Celine. Get it?
Yeah, I was like, God damn. God damn. This is
I
real
really-
serious.
I was kind of just like I was kind of just playing I was looking into it too much there. But basically it was just like I got different types of money. That's what the different types of cheese thing means.
Why'd you cut your hair, man?
Bro, voice crack. Because listen, it was it was nice. I loved them. I loved like having them and stuff, but I would wake up and one day they would be like the most beautiful dreadlocks ever, like luxurious, like cool looking. And then the next day I'd wake up and they would be all lopsided. And no matter what type of like maneuvering I did, like it would just look like a pile of yarn, like hay on my head. And I really looked into it. I was like, oh, but look at your Instagram, like your dreads look fire in all your pictures. I was like, yeah, but they really only looked fire like in pictures, like once a week. You know what I mean? So I was just like, it's hard to maintain them because like when I washed them, like they would like because I've like naturally my hair is like really curly. Um, so like when I would wash them, like they would just like get all raspy at the end and try and curl up at the end, and I couldn't get the ends to blunt because I used like a crochet. I freeformed them in the beginning, like I just but yeah, after a while I was just like, look, I'm kind of sick of it. It's whatever, but I definitely want to restart and try again.
I tried to
Some
get
like
dreads a couple times and I was like, bro, I can't fucking take this shit. Get this shit the fuck out of my hair.
Yeah, dude. I've been wanting it's oh let me put it out there. I wasn't just trying to fit the whole rapper, SoundCloud rapper stereotype with the dreads. I've been wanting dreads since I was in like sixth grade, like way before the music stuff, way before I was into rap music. Like I wanted dreads like when I was in my like EDM dubstep phase and stuff. I wasn't trying to like be that
EDM
like,
dubstep phase, you say?
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Were you gonna be a dubstepper?
Nah, I just didn't even like I didn't even like I wasn't like doing music and stuff back then or like really like thinking about doing it. I was just like that's what I listened to while playing like Call of Duty or like I got my first music taste from from this game called Geometry Dash. They had a bunch of like fan made
Legendary.
levels. They had a bunch of fan made levels with like by the way, Geometry Dash, I'm in on the global leaderboards, I'm in the top 2000 in the world. I've been playing for 7 years. I don't play anymore, but they had like Skrillex songs in the game. And I remember me and my friend when I was in like third grade, we played Geometry Dash and just like bump a CD of Skrillex's album. I forget which one it was, like the Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites one,
Yes.
whatever album that song is on. I think it might even be called that,
I think that
but
is the album.
I think that is the album name. Um, man, that takes me back. So like I got my early music taste. That my early music taste was definitely like whatever my dad listened to, like Nirvana or like like bands and stuff like that like from his time or and then just like dubstep and stuff and like I would be like you would catch me in like elementary school on the school computer iPad listening to like gaming dubstep mixes. Like that's just what I listened to. I didn't have any artists that I knew besides like Skrillex and like Marshmello and Diplo. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
The first rap I ever listened to was uh was a Future. I listened to the first rap song I ever heard. I remember it, dude. I was in fifth grade and I was in class and I was on YouTube. It was was it did Future make the song Stick Talk?
I'm not a Future fan like that. I have no idea.
All right. It would no, it was either Mask Off or Stick Talk. One of those songs was like
Freaking
the
mask
first
off.
rap song I ever listened to. Like on my own. Like I'd obviously heard rap music before, but yeah, that's it. And and then who got me into music? Like the reason I'm making music today, do you know who the Suicide Boys are?
Of course.
Bro, the reason I'm making music to this day is because of the Suicide Boys. In fact, my first two songs ever were recorded on Suicide Boys beats.
Damn.
Yeah, that's my favorite rap group of all time is the Suicide Boys. So they're definitely the reason I'm here, like making music today. Got
How did you
mad.
go from like this like dubstep fan to like listen to one Future song to dropping 19 song albums? Like when did you start like, all right, I'm gonna try this myself?
So it was the first. All right, let me give you. I have so many, but I could tell you stories all day. Let me tell you the story of how it happened. So my friend Brendan, he's the one who we used to like listen to Skrillex. His older brother comes downstairs in the basement one day, and he's like, "Bro, I might exaggerate parts of this. Essentially, he was like, "Bro, turn this shit off. Like, what are you listening to?" And he played a song for us, and it was I believe it was a Suicide Boys song. And me and my friend Brendan just started rolling around on the ground laughing, like, what is this shit? Like, what is this edgy shit? Like we were just so young and ignorant. We were like, what the fuck is this? And I remember like a couple weeks, this was in like fifth grade maybe, and then like a couple weeks later, I found the song. It was Mount Sinai or like Sinai by Suicide Boys, and that was like the first song I ever listened to. And ever since then, like I started listening to Suicide Boys. I stopped giving a fuck what people thought about me. I stopped trying to be a poser. I stopped trying to fit in. I stopped caring what other people thought. I stopped trying to be popular. Like I stopped doing all those things and I started just being myself. So this like him and like that music that I got into, like just got me to be myself and it really changed me. And I was like the old me before all this would have been like, oh, I don't want to make music because I'm afraid of people, what people think. Nah, like this, my friend's older brother really like put me onto this music and like really told me, and it showed me like you can be a misfit and you can stand out and you don't have to care what people think because it doesn't matter. And so he really like he didn't like sit me down and talk to me about that, but like with the music he was showing me and putting me onto in that like scene, it really it opened my eyes and just it changed me as a person. So I'm forever grateful for that. I'll never forget that. You know what I mean? Are you following what I was saying? That sounds really confusing, doesn't
No,
it?
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. So essentially, to sum it up, my friend's older brother put me onto some music, and that changed me and the way I look at life. And it was a great way to start middle school because throughout my middle school and like I'm in 10th grade right now, so like through ninth and 10th grade, it has
God
all been
damn, you're only a fucking sophomore.
yeah, bro. I turned 16 back in September. Yo, this is their I'm used to this reaction, bro. It's hilarious.
You
Oh,
guys
yours.
are also fucking young and like good as fuck.
Appreciate you. I know. It's crazy. My home like the homie Caps Lock is like what, 15? He turned 15 maybe. Like you have Baby Santana performing at Rolling Loud at age 14, 15. It's crazy, bro. It's like this new generation. And it's shout out technology because if technology didn't make it so easy to make music, like we wouldn't all be here. If I couldn't have just made my first song ever like so easily, we wouldn't be here making music, without little.
What was your first song ever like? What was the process?
All right. So I was in 7th grade. It was the springtime, come home from school, and I had been wanting to make music. So I looked up like Suicide Boys, like instrumentals, and I downloaded one onto my school Chromebook. Do you know what a Chromebook is? It's those plastic computers that are like $100 that I could just like snap like this and it would just like they were so shitty. And I downloaded it. I had no type of microphone. So my first song I ever recorded was on a school computer in my mom's room because I didn't want anybody in the house to hear me. And I recorded the song through like the built-in microphone on the computer. And I never released it. I only sent it to a few friends who were like, "Oh, that's so fire," but come on, bro, it wasn't. It was called Glock by My Side, and then I made yo. If anybody from my school's watching, they know what's up. I made this song called Thunderstruck. That was like the first official song I released on SoundCloud, and it really made me act like a school celebrity. I dropped this horrible ass song off beat. I was talking about. I was like the Shakespeare, bro. I was making up terms and words left and right. Like nobody could listen to that song and tell me what I was talking about. I was saying things like, nah, I was like acting like I knew like the names of guns. I was like, I got a Glock 66 and I'm gonna put it to your head. But like I was just saying random shit like that. And yeah, of course, like people from my school found out. And I thought I was a celebrity. I thought the music was good. Mind you, like when you first start off making music, like you think you're the shit. You think it's amazing. And then it takes like 2 years to look back and you're like
Yeah.
I don't think anybody could pay me to go back and I have the song. I don't think anybody could pay me and go back and listen to the song. It's been removed everywhere. So like the first 6 months of my music that I made throughout the summer were all just so bad, and they're like that's all been deleted. I have the files, but it's all been deleted. But yeah, basically everybody was just like making fun of me, like clowning me. But then it got worse during the summer of like 2019, I'd say. Like I had a bunch of people who would just like message me and be like, "Oh, you should kill yourself." Like your music's so bad. And like at the time, like I would say it was like my experimental phase. Like I was like painting my nails and shit, or I was like rapping about edgy shit. And like I just had so many people hit me up like, "Oh, you should kill yourself. Like you should stop doing this, blah blah blah." Just like and that summer definitely changed me in so many ways. But yeah, I bounced back from that, and like now there's a lot of kids in my school who always will like come up to me and be like, "Oh, you've come so far. Like I'm so proud to have seen you get from here to here, and like I've always been supporting you." And I play along with it, bro. I'm just like, "Oh yeah, thanks so much for your support. You've always been so supportive." But it's some of the same people who were like making fun of me and shit back then. Now, like I'm not talking making fun of me like, "Oh, it's trash." Like making fun of me like making fun of me, like saying really hurtful things and stuff. Tried to bounce back, but I won't let that happen. Like I'm never gonna be the person who's like, "Oh, you hated on me from the start." Like I'm like I try and show as much peace and love as I can. So like I'm never gonna call people out for that. But there's definitely a few people who like know who they are, who like um almost like made me like stop doing the music shit. But if it wasn't for my friend's older brother too, like and just like how I watched him not care what other people think, I just implemented the same thing and was like, I don't care. Like I'm just gonna keep going. Like it doesn't matter. Why should it matter? You know? And then I started like progressively picking up the music until I got where I am today.
Very sick.
Yeah, man.
What do
Bro,
your
I
parents
talk.
think of your music?
What do they think of it?
Or how do they
Um,
feel about you like making music, I guess?
they're definitely hella supportive of it. I think they recognize that it's definitely like a passion. Like they understand like, oh, he's not just sitting in his room like on his computer all day doing nothing. They're like, oh, he's up there like working on his craft. Like that's what he does. Like so they know that like I'm music man. I make the music. You know, like so they kind of like leave me to it and stuff. But I remember when I first like started making the music, I had dropped like 2 songs and they like pulled me downstairs to talk to me and they were like, the language you're using in these is horrible. You have to delete these, like take them down. And I remember I was like scared. I was like, no, like these at the time, remember. I was like, no, they're fire. I have 50 plays on SoundCloud. You don't understand. You don't understand. I have 50 like I have fans, kids from my school. I have fans. And I thought that they would like never let me make music. But they're like, fine, you can keep making the music and stuff. You just can't curse at all. Do I follow that rule? No. Do they hear it? Yes. Do they tell me, oh, I don't like that curse word in the song? Yes. But do I change it? No. I make the music, bro. Like, so it's funny. Like my mom, like she'll listen to it and she'll be like, what did you say in that song? And I'll be like, I said it. And she's like, man. So I think at this point they're just like, he's just making music. Yeah. So that's what they think about it, I guess. They're definitely supportive of it. It's cool. Happy about that.
Happy about that.
Happy about that.
Maybe more questions.
I was just gonna say that. Pull up question up.
Why aren't manhole covers square?
Repeat.
Why aren't like sewer like manhole covers square?
Why would they be?
That's what I was saying when I found this question. I was like, is it that big
Well,
of a deal?
well, I don't know if I've ever seen one in person. Like when you lift the thing up, is it like a tube that goes down, or is it it's a square that goes down, right?
I don't
Like,
think so. I think it's just like circle.
hmm, maybe it's more convenient for them to lift it up. I got no clue, bro. I got no clue. Pick another question, bro. Hopefully I can answer this one.
On to the next. How would you sell hot cocoa in Florida?
How would I sell hot cocoa in Florida? I'd be like, um, wait, damn. Shit. What do Florida people like? What do people from Florida like?
Oranges?
Yeah, but I don't think they want to drink orange flavored hot chocolate. How would I sell it to them? I'd be like, I would just oh who's in your opinion, who's a Florida icon? Like who in the maybe let's say in the rap game, who represents Florida right now?
I mean, like, would you want to say Kodak?
We could say Kodak.
The Island Boys?
Bro, the Island Boys hot chocolate. This is a hot chocolate company that's been co-signed by the Island Boys. All right. So you're drinking that island hot chocolate. You understand? And everybody from TikTok and stuff, they're gonna be like, oh, I want to try this island hot chocolate. Like, I want to try it. Even though and they know in their head, they're like, this could just be regular hot chocolate. They're like, I want to try it. And we have the Island Boys. We'll pay secretly under the table. We'll pay them to like be drinking that hot chocolate and be like, oh my God, like this is crazy. And then Kodak Black will drink some of it too. And then we'll be like, and then everyone's just like wants to try this, and then they try it. It's just regular hot chocolate. But we're not charging $1 per cup. We're charging like $10 a cup because this is the Island Boys hot chocolate.
This is premium cocoa, motherfucker.
Yes, it is. It is. Come on, bro. It came from the island where the island boys are.
Reside.
Yeah, that's a good question.
This is not a good question.
Find me a good question, bro.
Oh, this is a pretty good one for you.
All right.
You're a new addition to the cram box. What color would you be and why?
Shit, I'm being I'm gonna be shit, a dark crap. I'm gonna be purple. You know why? I'm gonna be purple because do you remember in GTA back in quarantine in 2020 when there was the purple versus the green aliens, bro? Do you
I'm not a gamer guy. I don't know.
There was this big thing that went around on the internet. It was like a meme too. It was like there's like purple alien suits and green alien suits, and like those people would just be fighting each other in GTA. I was a purple alien, bro. So I gotta be purple. I gotta be a purple alien. So I guess I'll be a purple crayon.
It only makes sense.
It doesn't make sense, but we'll say it makes sense. Everybody at home who's watching is like, what is this man talking about? GTA.
What shade of purple are we talking? Like your sweatshirt or this one?
That like that purple. Like no, we'll say grape. Concord grape jelly purple. Like you ever seen Smucker's jelly?
Yes.
That purple, like a dark purple, like it almost looks black until you smear it until my crayon starts drawing up some beautiful love letters, and it's that nice dark shade of purple. You don't see the purple until it starts writing. You know what I mean? I need to be that.
Shit. That purple.
Yeah, that purple. That's a new shade. It's called that purple.
All right.
Yeah,
One more little segment here, then we'll wrap it up, I guess.
yeah, for sure, man.
What's next for you as an artist?
What's next for me? Okay. In the works in like in the near future, definitely have a song coming out soon called Empyrean, or that's at least the name I have for it right now. But I recorded it and I posted it. It's the most recent post on my Instagram. I have a brown hoodie on and it's like the third slide. I asked like my Snapchat and my Instagram, like, should I drop this? And I got like so many people like, yeah, that's gotta be your next drop. So that'll be my next drop. Music video for my new song, newest single. I dropped it like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, called DMT. The music video is being edited for that right now. We're putting some cool ass effects in there. It's gonna be dope. Recorded it on an iPhone, but it's the way that my editor is making it look. Shout out Acid Cat. Um, he's making it look insane. So that's gonna be cool. So we're probably gonna be dropping that. And I don't want to drop it on my YouTube channel. I've been finding some cool channels on YouTube that actually like upload music videos that are like significantly bigger, and I'm gonna see if I can get it posted on there. I've been like working out like prices and stuff for some channels and stuff, so we'll see what we can do with that. But so I have some idea. So this is how I work. Like I kind of want to like capture a vibe. So I definitely have some ideas for some like spring vibe kind of music I want to drop in the spring. So like, specific kind of sounds I want to for like music in the spring. Like I want to drop some stuff that like me and my friends can skate to. I want to drop some stuff that's
You
like,
skate?
hell yeah.
Are you like
Well,
that?
well, I don't skate like
Can we get a
I'm a
kickflip? Yes or no?
no, we can't get a kickflip because I
Oh,
can ollie and shove it. That's it.
damn.
Yeah, I use skating more as just as a means of transportation, like just getting around and stuff.
Who's your
Um,
favorite skater?
shout out my guy, Malachi. He's local. He's the best skater I've ever known in my whole entire life. He's
Shout out
not a
Malachi.
yeah, shout out Malachi. That's how it is.
Link in the
Um,
description? Question mark.
we'll put his Instagram in the description. Shout out Malachi. Bet. Yeah. He taught me he like helped me with my shove it. So shout out to Malachi. Yeah, he's better than any professional skater, in my opinion. That's from the bottom of my heart.
I'm about to
Um,
check him out.
yeah, check him out, bro. His Instagram is Mala Sneeze, bro. Mala Sneeze.
Sneeze.
Sneeze. He's the sneeze, bro. um, yeah, man. We went through a lot, bro. We went through the album. We went through the early stages. We went through some inspiration, like early inspiration type shit.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Nah, bro, it was dope. Finn Peach, he posted it in our little group chat, and he was like, starving artist interview out now, and I was like, I watched it, and I was like, oh, this is dope. Like, I've always wanted to do something like this. So yeah, definitely been awesome, bro. Thank you for like reaching back out and having me on and stuff, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Amazing, bro. Much love, peace and love. Check me out. My links will be in the description too. Show love, follow him. If you're coming from my page, from my socials, tap in with my boy. Follow him everywhere. He does dope ass interviews. Amazing content creator.
Accepting
Support.
anybody that wants to be on the show.
That's
If,
love,
you,
bro.
if you've made one song, fuck it, you on this bitch. Let me know. Let me know.
Mini starving artists podcast with people who've only dropped one song.
Come on.
Beginner artists get the 5-minute flash interview.
Type beat.
Yes, sir.
All right, it's
All
been
right.
real.
It's been dope. Peace out. That was dope.
That was most definitely dope.